Greetings everybody. I was making another video. I'm in this beautiful green park that I made some other videos that I think some of you might have already seen on my YouTube channel, but I made a pretty nice talking video, but for some reason my camera has not recorded it. It was like 15 minutes, and I think it was very, very nice, but I don't know what it didn't record itself. So I'm making this second video, and yeah, I shared very nice things. But anyway, so this behind me is the tennis place that I showed you in my previous chess video, and that over there right behind me, that's the place that they used to to make the annual fairs like 25-30 years ago. And it was yeah, it was nice. It was a nice nice place with bumping cars and swinging gondolas and sugar cotton and candies and donuts, and yeah, it was like 25-30 years ago, where we had also the middle 90s were such a, we were back then, we are still, but back then we were a pretty young democracy country, because democracy came in Bulgaria in 89 and 90, and I was pretty small back then, and yeah, so it was, the music were like this, called in Bulgaria the first chalga songs, and actually there were pretty nice tunes back then. I mean, of this kind, this folklore music. There were some that had pretty nice tunes, and they were pretty catchy. So at this fair, they they blasted through the speakers, these old speakers, big speakers, and they blasted like such singers and in bands, and they were like you know speaking of money and white Mercedes-Benz cars and women, and mafia guys, and it was a lovely time. Um, yeah, back in the 90s, middle 90s, and actually, in my video that was not recorded, I shared with you a little over there, and I have pretty nice memories here as well on this beautiful park that leads down to the stadium. So I had pretty nice memories here as well, and it's raining actually now, and it's pretty soothing summertime. And yeah, a little down there was the language school here in Vratsa called Johan Exarch. Joan, I don't know how it's best translated. I have to get up a little, so because my butt got a little cold on this bench, and actually it got pretty cold. I don't know why this weather changed so abruptly, but because it's Actually, it's the 1st of April, and here in Bulgaria, I think internationally as well, it's the International Jokes Day. So um, it's probably it would have been more suitable if the weather was more like sunny and more like pleasant time. But anyway, and that's the that's the street fitness place that I showed you in my previous chess video over that I made over, and some of you might have actually seen. So the language school is that way over there, a little further down there, and we had English. I was like in first, yeah, I was in first grade, I think, and it was not pretty easy to enroll in such English language classes, because back then you had to studying foreign language back in the early 90s was not that much. It was not that much. It was not that much common here in Bulgaria, and you had to, pay for private kind of lessons. So I went there, and we had these glossy books with all the illustrations of there were characters like Muzzy and the princess and the king and all the these English characters that were presented in the for foreign students to kind of study. And actually I was pretty fortunate to have the original book, which with the illustrations and everything, because it was pretty expensive. It was my peers back in this school, the other kids, they were like some of them had copies of it, and they were like Xerox copies. And I was pretty privileged to have it and to be able to read Muzzy and watch all the illustrations there. It was really magical time. And the building of this language school, actually I haven't studied there, but I had sorry, I got a little distracted. My point is that this I wish my video was more soothing, but sometimes I get distracted by dogs and whatnot, and I just the video does not happen to be the best that I wished for. But anyway, so the building was very nice, and it had these bricks on it, and it really like seemed like it was in Essex or somewhere in London, in England, and I haven't studied there, as I studied in this in this school that I showed you called Hristo Botev, and it was a secondary school. It gave pretty nice and very good preparation, but I didn't, and I thought of this language school that I tell you about I thought of it, I deemed it pretty high. And yeah, the kids and the pupils that went there, they were like very, I thought them to be pretty cool, but there were some rumors of other um, for the young people like me, a little older than me, and they spread rumors that these um, these people and students that went there, they were not like that much disciplined, and they drank alcohol and smoked and whatnot. And I thought these rumors to be pretty stupid back then. And but I actually didn't have much time to pay attention to them or to listen to them, as I was busy playing the piano, or reading my books, or uh, when I remember when it was nice and sunny day in my neighborhood, back in this. It's up there. Actually, I live pretty close to where I'm filming right now, but I don't get the chance to, come here pretty often. It's very much, there are when it's actually when the weather's nice, it's full of people. It's full of people here, and there are many, dogs, and some of them are unleashed, so it's pretty. Sometimes could be dangerous as well, because there are many inconsiderate people, walking their dogs without a leash, or this protective mask for their face, or the face of the dog. So yeah, and now it's peaceful, and as I said in my other video from a couple of days ago, I need my peace to talk, because I need to concentrate, and these talks are pretty sacred for me, as I think is my whole personality as a whole. And some may think a cult as well, but so my point was that I was I remember it so vividly. There was a very nice like children's playground, and in my neighborhood, as I lived in a block, with many floors, and children in the neighborhood were playing there. There were, 'cause back in the 90s, children played, in the early 90s, children played pretty much, we played hide and seek, and in Bulgarian we call it stražari and napashi. It's like a little hunting game, and you pursue the enemy, kind of. And we played pretty much there was like this game called tsuk, which basically meant you threw the ball. There is someone at the like the football gate, and he throws the ball behind let me just do something. I need to fix my head a little. Yeah, that's better. So there was this tsuk game that I told you, and there's one person that throws throws the ball, and the other like 4 or 5 people, like they have only one uh, opportunity to touch the ball, you know. So they throw the ball. The person that's the gatekeeper, you know, he throws the ball, and the other just have one opportunity to like to touch the ball and pass it through their colleague, team player, you know. And you know, so these were the games that we played back then. And you know, there was also one game called you know, these small glass these small glass balls. They're pretty small, like a little bigger than beads. And you know, you just play with them and have to knock the others. And yeah, so we play that too. And I remember pretty vividly in those years, the early 90s, I was playing the piano. And it was pretty nice and sunny weather. And the children were playing like this nice playground that was pretty close to where I live. Like there were like several blocks. There are many blocks, you know, and it was on the other part of the second, you know, of the second block that like people my age, like they gathered there. And I remember that I preferred to stay like playing the piano, or you know, prepare for, because I had courses back then on the piano, and I had to learn, you know, the notes and the partiture. And I had to play it, you know, because it's a duty, and you have to prepare yourself and fulfill it. So it was a really vivid memory of this time for me. And yeah, my dear mom, then I remember, you know, it really made a impression. And she knew it, that I would actually prefer to play and prepare myself rather than go to play. Not that I haven't played, but you know, when I have played on the vacations and at times when it was like you get, you know, you just had the free time and not have to study or prepare for your lessons. And yeah, so it got pretty, I think you could see it got pretty misty. It got pretty misty. And yeah, I hope the video is made this time, and it was a wonderful time sharing my current thoughts with you. It's a nice place, you know, it's a nice place that this shelter is made over here, so that I could talk to you. And hope to see you soon. See you later, alligator. Take care and peace, y'all.